Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. So now the next is, how is waste managed? We have different processes to manage waste.
The way.
We're going to study about these
And
different
I can.
processes. Yes. So who is left to read? Zoya?
Ma'am, I can read, left to read.
Wait, beta, wait. You will read. Okay, Zoya will read. How is waste managed?
How is waste managed? Burning. When waste is burnt, it creates a lot of carbon dioxide. Countries like Denmark and Germany have machines that burn, process, and manage the waste. Landfills. The waste is taken to a place where it is dumped. It may or may not have been to sorted before being put there. Here, com- composting. All the biode-
Biodegradable.
biodegradable items such as peels of vegetables and fruits, leaves, twigs, and flowers decay. This this decayed organic matter makes good manure of or humus. Kitchen and garbage waste can be collected in a pit or a box with small holes and allowed to decay for some time and then used as manure.
Okay, that's all, Zoya. Now see, we have seen three processes of waste being managed. Yes, what are those three processes? First is burning. Yes, in burning, what is done? Now it is not practiced everywhere. In countries like Denmark and Germany, they have machines. They have proper machines that burn and process and manage the waste. Though it creates a lot of carbon dioxide, but still these countries follow this practice. Then landfills. Now, in landfills, what is done? The waste is taken to a place where it is dumped. Like suppose it is collected from all the houses, now from all the societies. Yes, in your society also, I'm sure there is a truck or a vehicle above this thing.
No, ma'am, a trolley.
Trolley, yes, it
No,
comes, it collects.
ma'am, uncle just pulls a bullock cart, ma'am, that trolley like thing, and ma'am comes and just
Ma'am, uncle
put
play
the
our
waste in it.
music.
Yes. Okay, in your areas, when this gadi comes to take out kachra, so does it play any song also?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
गाड़ी वाला कचरा उठा this song.
Yes, गाड़ी वाला आया घर से कचरा निकाल, है ना? It is
Yes,
played, na?
ma'am.
In our society, it is done. So we give them the waste, and they have made two different sections. In one section, they put the waste that cannot be mixed with soil, and the other one they put the biodegradable waste
And ma'am,
material.
I was saying that, can't we just compose the plastic into this, this tiny a box and ma'am then throw it in the landfills?
Just a minute. Huh. Yes. So what was I saying?
Ma'am, I was saying that, ma'am, can't we just comprise plastic into this small boxes and then throw it in the landfills?
Can't we compress it? You mean to say we
Yes,
should
ma'am.
compress them? Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
is it easy to compress them, beta? If suppose If suppose you want to throw your pencil box. Your pencil box is this big. So how can it be compressed into this much? I'm just
And
Ma'am,
there is
hydraulic
nothing
press.
like this
Ma'am,
duet,
hydraulic press.
no
And ma'am,
beta.
crusher.
hydraulic
Grinder.
No.
press and
For that
also,
we need to purchase crushers in our homes. Na?
and that crush the diamond also.
Yes. Acha, you're talking about those crushers you must be seeing on YouTube. The thing is thrown and then it rolls and it
Yes,
totally
ma'am, that can be done with the
that
plastic.
blade.
Ma'am, small shreds of
Beta,
plastic and ma'am,
it is done
then
like this
in
only. When the waste material is managed, we dispose it from our houses where it goes. Yes, it is sorted like this only. It is like for reuse or for whatever. It is
ma'am,
done.
I was saying that.
Hmm.
Ma'am, can I speak in Hindi?
Yes, speak.
I was saying that, ma'am, can't we just first compress it and then throw it, ma'am? Cause then it will take less space to be, ma'am, cause then it
बेटा but
can,
the amount of plastic would be that much only ना amount तो उतना ही
but
होगा ना अगर
ma'am, पर
आपने
वो
box
छोटा होगा.
बेटा amount I'm talking about the this thing the weight of it suppose your plastic box is 200 grams ठीक है एक प्लास्टिक बॉक्स आपका 200 ग्राम्स का आप उसे कंप्रेस करोगे तब भी वो रहेगा तो 200 ग्राम्स ही
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
yes so what is the point of compressing it
Ma'am, it will take less space.
And it will take less
we are not in short of space हमारे पास स्पेस की कमी थोड़ी है are we talking about less space we are talking about more pollution yes so how this pollution can be controlled okay then the third thing is composting now how this composting is done now, all
Ma'am,
biodegradable
throwing the
waste
peels in the
yes
soil.
they decay in the soil yes so this decayed organic matter makes good manure or humus it creates now see you should take up this responsibility now whatever waste material gets collected in your houses in the kitchen mainly talking about the kitchen tell your mother to keep the peels of all the vegetables in one plate only and then you are going to dispose it off responsibly okay is that fine just do it for 2-3 days and see if you can do it why? Because it is a good compost. It acts like a good manure and gives humus to the plants.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, we throw the leaves also.
Which leaves?
Ma'am, like palak.
Yes.
Leaves.
If they are to be thrown. I'm not saying that open your fridge and take out fresh palak and throw it. No, only the waste.
No, ma'am. Waste of the palak. I
Yeah,
said.
the waste of these green vegetables or whatever vegetables, fruits in your house gets collected. Just a minute, children. Then, kitchen and garbage waste can be collected in a pit box with small holes. Now we can make a cardboard box and we can make small holes in that. And this kitchen garbage can be collected into that box also and allowed to decay for some time. What will happen? I know it is going to smell very, very bad. Now see, if for a week we collect all this kitchen waste in one box, yes, one open cardboard box also, what is going to happen? It is going to smell very bad after a week. Do you think it is going to smell bad? Yes, it will.
Ma'am, because it will rot.
Yes, it will rot, it will decay, but it is going to be a good manure for the plants. So it is also one way of using it. Then reducing. Now, who is left to read? Anmol. Start reading from reducing.
Okay, ma'am. Reducing is simple cutting down on the waste that we make. For instance, we can avoid wastage of food by not taking too much food on our plate, by not wasting paper, water, electricity, etc. Reusing things that we do not need can be given to others who may find them more useful. For example, old clothes, toys, books, jars, boxes, and bottles. Recycling. It is the method by which waste materials such as plastic, paper, glass, tin cans, and aluminium can be made into new useful products. Recycling protects the environment, conserves natural resources, and saves energy. Various government agencies, local government, non non-governmental organizations are working for waste management.
Okay. Now this waste management can be done by three more processes. Now, what are these three more processes? Reducing. Firstly, we should reduce the use of things. Yes? Yes, Shirsh, why are you raising hand?
Ma'am, I was saying, ma'am, I cannot make a pit or a hole in my garden, ma'am, because it has grass. But, ma'am, I can do it in my park, because, ma'am, the grass is going down rapidly. Ma'am, now it's
Don't do
making
that. Don't do that.
grassless.
But what you can do, you can have a cardboard box, you can have a carton in which you can collect all the peels of the kitchen. Yes, and keep it outside only. Keep it outside only. Cover that box, but you just have to, with a compass, make a lot of holes in that cardboard box. What will happen? A little air will also go through those holes inside the box. And then
But
it,
I don't have any box.
beta, you will find it. It can be a shoe box. Shoes ka dabba jo hota hai, it can
Ma'am,
be
a
a shoe
sweet
box.
box.
So sweet box would be too small, but yes, to begin with, you can do that. If you are planning to collect 1 week's garbage of your home, I don't think a sweet box is going to be enough for that. At least a shoe box you must have. Yes, इतना तो कचरा हो ही जाता है ना हमारे किचन्स में. Tell me, it gets collected. This much gets collected because we have fruit waste, we have this thing, vegetables waste. We eat 3 meals a day. All of us eat 3 meals at least in a day. So there is
Ma'am,
so
two.
much. 2 meals. I can't believe
Yes,
it,
ma'am.
Shish. At 8:30, you say you have your breakfast in the morning. Then 12:30 when you have your lunch. Then all day long you're hungry. You don't have your dinner.
No,
Shish.
ma'am.
Yes.
I have my milk.
Yes, you have your milk in between. And at night also you have your dinner. Children, how many meals do you have per day?
Ma'am, sometimes two, sometimes three.
3. Yes. And
Ma'am,
sometimes
sometimes
sometimes you
two,
even take some
sometimes
snacks in
three.
the evening. So that is one added meal.
No,
The
ma'am,
fourth meal,
sometimes I just take water or
that is not a
milk
meal.
with
Water
biscuits.
should be drunk 7 times, 8 times a day.
I drink none of them.
You hardly drink this quantity. Okay, doesn't matter now. Come back to the point. So we can reducing, like we can manage this waste by simply reducing or cutting down. Sorry, reducing is simply cutting down on the waste that we make. For instance, we can avoid wastage of food by taking too much on our plate. We should only take as much as we can consume. Yes, what happens sometimes, we go into, like, go for some family functions, some marriages, and we pile up a lot of food on our plate. which we are later on not able to finish. So what we do, we throw them. Yes, we throw that. So it should not be done. Reducing should be done. Take only as much as you can consume.
Yes, ma'am. If I have taken too much, I have to eat it.
Yes. And we are not able to eat it. And
Ma'am,
then, yes.
when
And
I
then
go
also I will eat
married,
and
the
then
first
throw
time
it.
I never go, and then I go so in my plate I put some food and then some food
Yes.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
like.
Ma'am,
Little
we
by
can take one by
little,
one.
little by little, you can take food. You must take food, but not that you can, in one go, you should assemble or pile up everything in your plate. That that is very difficult to eat also. So slowly and gradually, like slowly, little by little, we should add on to our plate and we should try to finish it. Then reusing things that we do not need. Now, in our homes, sometimes it is like we get bored with our things. We want to have a new collection. So, what to do with the old ones? Yes, it can be
Throw it.
crockery also, it can be jars also, it can be glasses, whatever. Yes, we want to change it. Sometimes, suppose somebody gifts us something. Yes, and we want to use the new thing, but we don't have, like, we don't want to use the old one now. So that the old things should be given to the people who need it. Yes, we should not throw them. We should make them to reuse. Then recycling. Recycling is a method by which waste materials such as plastic, paper, glass, cans, and aluminum can be made into new useful products. Children, yesterday only I saw a video on YouTube. What was being done? The cold drink cans, the used cold drink cans that were thrown, it was burned. Yes, the cold drink, they were crushed.
Ma'am, the can was burned and ma'am, they used the aluminium to make something else.
Yes, and when it
Ma'am, I've
gets
seen it
burnt, it melts
ma'am, I've seen it
completely
many
with the
times.
heat. The aluminium becomes liquid, and then that liquid is poured into something, and
Ma'am,
vessels
in a
were being
mold.
created.
Ma'am, in
Yes,
a mold.
a proper kadai was made out of that aluminium. The waste cans. So
So
this
ma'am, we
is
can
what.
just, ma'am, I have seen it. Ma'am, we can just take this, put it on the soil, and ma'am, just press it and then throw the liquid in it, and ma'am, the liquid will take its place.
Yes. And when it gets cooled down, it takes its proper solid shape. It turns into solid once again. So,
But ma'am, but ma'am, then we have to just polish it, and these all things.
yes, we have to do that. So that is how recycling is done. No, now this is recycling only. Once the cans have been thrown, they have been crushed, they have been used. Now it can be changed into some utensils. Yes, or some other decorative things, other useful things, I must say.
This pens also get decayed
No,
or
it
not.
is plastic. It doesn't get decayed. Children, can a pen get decayed?
No,
Can it
ma'am.
mix with the soil?
No, ma'am.
No, not at all.
Ma'am, it's tip also, ma'am. Ink also.
Now, ink is better. We finish the ink, na? Then only we throw the pen or we throw it like that.
Ma'am, so sometimes a bit ink is left.
A bit is left, so it doesn't, nothing will happen. Your pen, you throw it, go and throw it somewhere. After years, you will see that lying there only. It won't get mixed with the soil.
But ma'am, the
So it
soil
is,
will cover it.
soil will just cover it, but it is going to be intact. Okay. Then, recycling protects the environment, conserves natural resources, and also saves energy. If we recycle these products, they save energy also. Now, there are various government agencies, local government, non-governmental organizations which are working for the waste management. Everybody is into this thing, how waste can be managed in order to reduce the pollution that is caused into our environment. Now, doing our bit. This is done by local governments, government agencies, and non-governmental organizations. Now, we must also contribute a little towards it. So let's read in doing our bit. हमारा भी थोड़ा करना बनता है. So
हाथ
what
होना
is,
चाहिए.
yes, हमारा भी थोड़ा contribution, doing our bit. Now what is that? Let's read it out. Who has not got the turn to read?
Ma'am,
Class, your
I have
camera is
not
not
got any
good.
turn.
Yes, Shirsh has not got. Kartik Kumar, Arun, Araf Solanki. I think you people are not wanting to read, huh? Okay, Shirsh, better read. Doing our bit.
Doing our bit. Green Earth. We should dig compost pits where we can throw all the biodegradable waste that we use. Doing our bit. We can follow the steps given here to make sure that we conserve the environment. Create less waste by reducing the consumption of paper, fuel, water, etc. Use crockery at home that can be washed and reused. Reuse things like wrapping paper, packing boxes, clothing, furniture, and toys. Recycle by changing the original look and the shape of things such that all these things continue to be useful and are not required to be thrown away. For instance, it can be done by using an old tire as a swing, converting old bottles into useful storage jars, and writing on them sides of a sheet of paper. Reuse old and pots and other container to grow plants. Dispose of waste only in designated dustbins and trash cans.
Designated dustbins. Okay. Now see what we can do. What is our contribution in it? Like we can create less wastage. Yes. The wastage can be reduced from our side. Now suppose you're in class 4 now. Yes. And you're using your copies. But it is the end of the session. Now you can see
Ma'am, I
many
have many
copies
copies
of
in my
yours.
wardrobe. Ma'am, of first class.
Yes, many copies of yours will have leftover pages. Yes, they have. So what should be done? Now, should we dispose that off? Hmm?
No, ma'am, I will give to my mother and ma'am, she will just मैम वो अपने स्कूल में बांट देंगी बच्चों को.
Okay, but she will distribute them to write on them or to read them.
Yes, ma'am.
They are what? They
Ma'am,
are,
right.
the copies are, the papers are empty of that, this thing, your
Yes,
copy.
ma'am.
Nothing is written.
I've not used them.
You have not used them. Okay, now I'm talking about the copies that you have used and the leftover
pages are
pages.
left.
Like sometimes even half of copies are left.
Ma'am, I can make it a rough copy and ma'am do my rough work on it.
We can
or my
make
drawing
new
work.
copies. Yes, Pratyaksh, what have you to say?
When some pages I have used in the new notebook and the whole session is completed, so I clear them pages that are filled and I make a new note.
Very nice. Or the pages of all the copies, the leftover pages, yes, on which we have
ma'am,
not
now
written.
I can
They
make
should be
seed
collected.
paper.
They should be collected. They should be torn, collected, and it can be what we can go to a stationery shop and they can bind it. They can put it into spiral binding, and we can create a new copy. Taking all the pages of the copies that are left, you can get it into spiral binding. So that is going to
What
be
is spiral?
स्पाइरल बाइंडिंग इज बेटा वो डायरीज नहीं आती जिनका एक प्लास्टिक लगा हुआ होता है राउंड 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 राउंड
Yes, ma'am.
दैट इज स्पाइरल नो दैट इज कॉल्ड स्पाइरल बाइंडिंग
And they are in our craft and art book also.
yes that is in your craft and art book also.
Ma'am.
If your pages of the copies are left this year, collect all the pages of all the copies and see, you will have such a thick rough copy for your next class. Everybody is going to do this. Okay,
So what we will do?
we will do, you will tear all the leftover pages of all the copies.
Ma'am, can't I just stick it with glue gun? All the
Beta,
notebooks
it won't
together.
get stick. it doesn't get stick properly. What is the harm in getting it spiral binding? Get spiral binding done on it. It'll be such a nice copy, your rough copy, and it'll be a thick one as well. Yes, because you will get so many pages from all the subjects.
Ma'am, for 400 to 300.
Now that depends. Okay. The first thing is we can create less waste by reducing the consumption of paper, fuel, and water. Yes, the consumption can be minimized. Use crockery at home that can be washed and reused. Okay? Now, on daily basis, should we eat in disposable utensils?
No, ma'am.
No, we eat in steel utensils or glass utensils. Yes, so that it can be washed and it can be reused the next time. Reuse things like gift wrapping paper, packing boxes, clothing, furniture, and toys. These things should also be reused. Yes, now suppose if Shirsh, your jacket, you grow taller, yes, and your jacket is now no more of your size. So what are you going to do? You will throw that in the dustbin?
Ma'am, give away.
Yes, you will give it to someone who needs it.
Who needs
and
it.
it can be useful for someone. We all do that. Or how many of you give your old clothes to needy people?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, many clothes are worn by
Yes, all of us do
many
that.
children.
And we must do that. Yes.
And ma'am, sometimes
Ma'am, that's why I was thinking that how can they have my clothes?
So
Because I
what?
don't remember how I have given to them, and ma'am, then I was just thinking how they have clothes
Okay.
same to me.
All right. So
and
that
ma'am,
is you.
sometimes I give to my sister.
Yes. If we
Yes,
have,
ma'am. My
if we
sister
have
also
younger
has my many
siblings,
clothes.
yes, if we have younger siblings at our home, so the clothes are used by them. Then, recycle by changing the original look and shape of the things, such as these. All these things continue to be useful and are not required to be thrown away. Yes, so we can change the shape, we can change the look of anything. For instance, it can be done by
Ma'am.
using old tire as a swing, converting old bottles into useful
Ma'am.
storage jars. Yes.
I have taken old cardboard and I'm turning into an axe, and ma'am, I can play with it, and ma'am, it's very hard. It will not
Wow.
break.
Very nice. Very good. Very creative. So these things can be done. It can be reused. The look of it can be changed. The use of a thing can be changed. Reuse old pots and other containers to grow plants. Dispose of only in designated dustbins and trash cans.
Ma'am, can I go to washroom?
Yes, beta, go. Now next, who is going to read? Yes, now who is going to read? No one is left. Everyone has read. Vikas, you were left, beta. Read it out, Vikas. Okay, Vikas is not replying. Karthik is not replying. Okay, DIY. Now what we have to do in this act? Okay, there is one more paragraph left after it. Let's study this DIY activity. Let's recycle, learn how to make our own handmade paper. Now we have handmade paper also. Let's see how it can be done. It looks like an interesting activity. Collect scraps of used paper and cut them into pieces. Now the papers that have been used in your copies. In unit 1, unit 2, you have copies you've used. Now those chapters are not coming in the finals. So you can collect scraps of the used paper. Scraps means chote chote tukde. Soak them in a bowl of water overnight. Yes, for one night you have to soak them in water. With the help of an adult, blend the soaked paper into a gooey paste. Now you have to blend it. Like with a blender also we can do it. You have to crush it completely. with the help of an adult you have to do. Okay, it has to be turned into a paste. Then next, take the wire mesh, keep it over a tray and put the paste over it. Like a wire mesh is known as a net, like a jali. We have windows in our houses, we have net on them, jali hoti hai, they are talking about this jali. We have to have that jali and take the wire mesh, keep it over a tray and put the paste over it. Now this paste has to be put over that net. Keep pressing to flatten. Now we have to press it. When we'll paste the gooey paste that we have made, जब हम उस पे लगाएंगे तो it will have lumps. So what we have to do, we have to keep pressing it. Flatten it. Why? Because the paper is flat, no? Can you see a paper elevated from somewhere and somewhere it is like that? No. We have to press it properly to flatten it. And like a pencil box, we can also do it. We can also press it with a pencil box, a square box, so that it gets pressed nicely. This makes the water from the paste to go down the mesh. क्या होगा? उस नेट से, उस जाली से सारा water will come out. Then take some dried flowers and paste them on the wet surface of the paste. Lightly press them into the paste. We can take some dry flowers also. How many of you have seen these kind of handmade papers which have petals of flowers and all? Have you seen? You can Google it. You will get to see, or you can go to your nearby stationery shop and ask the shopkeeper to show you handmade paper. Okay, it has some petals in it, like how they are telling us to do. Then leave it to dry for the night. In the morning, you will find that your handmade paper is absolutely ready.
Ma'am, I have also made paper, and ma'am, I have sent the video also on the group.
Very nice. So you had made a handmade paper?
Yes, ma'am, for Independence Day, and ma'am, I have made a flag from it.
Very good, very nice. Then the last part of the chapter comes conservation of the environment. Now, how we can conserve the environment? What is conservation? I made you underline in the beginning of the chapter.
Ma'am, to save natural environment.
Yes, to protect our natural environment is the conservation of the environment. Okay, Harsh
And ma'am,
Patel.
And
Yes.
ma'am, we have done this DIY when on the Republic Day.
Ma'am, but
Very-
nobody sent the video.
Okay. Now
No,
you
I
will do
only
it
sent. I
again.
was thinking all of us will send.
Yes, now you will do it again. Okay.
Ma'am, I have not
Ma'am,
done.
I have done it with fork and knife, and ma'am, it take me 1 a.m. to do it.
Yes.
I
it
I
takes a
started
lot of
it at
time.
9, and ma'am, I ended doing it at 1.
Okay, now conservation of the environment. Let's see how we can protect it. Harsh Patel, are you there? Harsh Patel is not.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, read out beta. Now again, it's your turn.
Conservation of the environment. Taking care of our environment is important for the survival and health of human beings, plants, and animals. Conservation of our environment and our natural resource means prevention of loss, wastage, damage, and destruction of our environment. Conserving the environment is a collective effort, and we all need to do our bit.
Yes. Conservation of the environment means what? It means the prevention, loss, wastage, and damage and destruction of our environment. So our environment should not get damaged. It should not get any kind of loss. Yes, so we should protect it by all means. Conserving the environment is a collective effort. Now, if I think that only I am going to conserve my environment, will I be able to do it? when there'll be hundreds of people around me to make it dirty. So will I be successful? No. It is a collective effort. We all have to do it together. Then only it can be a possible action. Then, in a nutshell, now everybody will read one point of in a nutshell. Pratyaksh.
We must conserve the environment and its natural resources.
Rishabh. Second point.
The different kinds of waste are solid, liquid, chemical, medical, organic, and e-waste.
Very good. Zoya.
Waste management is the collection, transportation, processing, and disposal of waste in a safe manner.
Very good. Athar.
Waste can be biodegradable and non-biodegradable.
Okay, beta, it is degradable. Dable is there. See, D-A-B-L-E. Like table, we have dable. Degradable. Degradable. Say it.
Degradable.
Very good. Then, who next? Shirsh.
Waste can be disposed by burning, being put in landfills, recycling, reducing, reusing, and composing. Various government agencies, local government, non-governmental organizations are also working for waste management.
Okay.
And he has read two.
Yes, he has read two.
Ma'am, because there was nobody left
No,
with camera
why?
on.
I would have called out Anmol's name.
Ma'am, his camera is not on.
Arav, are you there? Arav Solanki? Arav Solanki is not there. Okay, so we have now various government, these are working for, everybody is working for the waste management. So all, in the end, what we should do, we all should contribute towards the conservation of the environment, and we should dispose of different kinds of wastes very responsibly. Okay?
Excuse
Now
me, ma'am.
everybody, yes.
Ma'am, you know, Acolyte company make his shoes from the beaches garbage.
No,
Ma'am,
I didn't.
Adidas. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. Okay, now what will you all do? All of you. You have
I
1
will
minute
buy
left.
Adidas shoes.
You have 1 minute left. Go and tell your, hurry up, get up, go and tell your mothers in the kitchen that don't throw off the peels of
Okay, ma'am.
vegetables today. So everybody give this message to your mothers. Very good, very nice. Now what will you do of that? You
Ma'am,
have
how
to
many
follow-
times do you hear my voice?
Yes, I heard your voice. I heard
Ma'am,
you.
I was saying from the window.
ma'am.
Good morning, class 4th. See, now class 4th B, listen to the last point. You are going to keep a box today. Yes, a carton box, and you are going to collect it there
Ma'am,
for a week.
who? Ma'am, who?
And
But
after a
my
week, all of you
mother,
will have
ma'am,
to.
but
Ma'am,
my
who?
mother not allowed me.
Why? What is
Ma'am,
she saying?
who?
Tell her that it is our class activity. The teacher has told us.
Ma'am, who has to keep a box?
You all have to keep these vegetable peels in a
Ma'am,
box.
in the fifth. Ma'am, in the fifth class.
Arey, no, beta. Today, start
Okay, ma'am, I will
collecting it.
put it. Bye, ma'am.
Start
Bye.
collecting it today.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, children. Bye.